her binoculars, even at 100 yards away. The two men confer and get back into their car. The Fiesta pulls out into the road, and Peggy leans forward to get the registration number. GY something. Is that a 1 or a 7? She needs to go to the optician's and get her prescription changed. Then the car stops just outside her window. Peggy leans back into her curtains, which are loosely woven cotton. So loose that she can see through the weave. It's a little blurry, but she thinks that one of the men is leaning out of the window taking photographs. Off Seaview Court. The Fiesta revs up and it's gone. 11:07. Chapter 1. Natalka. The linking words. She knows immediately that something is wrong. It's not anything tangible. The post is neatly stacked on the half-moon table. The flat is silent apart from the sound of seagulls mugging someone outside. The Art Nouveau clock ticks serenely, set in its stainless steel sunset. But somehow Natalka knows. It's as if the molecules have rearranged themselves. Mrs. Smith? She tries the Christian name too, although Mrs. Smith is not one of the cosy ones. Peggy? No answer. Natalka pushes open the sitting-room door. The air hums with something like electricity, as if a device has been left on. But Natalka knows that Mrs. Smith turns the radio on for the Archers at 2 and then off again at 15 minutes past. She can't stand the afternoon drama. Full of self-obsessed people talking about their lives, that or time travel. It's now 6 o'clock. Time for the evening call to help clients get ready for bed. It's insultingly early for bed, of course. But Natalka has 5 other clients to see, so what can she do? She enters the room. Mrs. Smith is sitting in her armchair by the bay window. She likes to look out to sea, and even has a pair of binoculars to spot rare birds with, or, Natalka suspects, spy on passing ships. But she's not looking at anything today. Mrs. Smith is dead. Natalka knows that even before she checks the pulse and notes the half-open mouth and misted eyes. She touches the old lady's skin. Cool, but not cold. Natalka makes the sign of the cross in the air. Rest in peace, she mutters as she dials the number for Care for You. Patricia Creve? The boss is in. Miracle. Mrs. Smith is dead. Natalka doesn't believe in wasting words. Are you sure? Nor does Patricia. No heartbeat. In moments of crisis, Natalka often forgets prepositions and connectives, all the linking words. I'll come over. God rest her soul. It's an afterthought, but Natalka doesn't think any the worse of her boss for it. It's going to be a long night. Natalka sits on the sofa to wait for Patricia. She would never just sit down in a client's house unless they specifically wanted a chat, and Peggy wasn't exactly the chatty sort. She was always polite, but she knew that Natalka had a job to do, and a limited time in which to do it. Now it feels odd to be sitting doing nothing, facing the silent figure in the chair which is angled to look out over the sea. Natalka gets up and walks to the window. There's the wide blue sea with white-tipped waves and seagulls circling in the paler blue above. It's a picture postcard view, if you don't look to the right and see the power station and the sinister trawlers with Russian names. Suddenly Natalka realises that she has her back to a corpse. She also has the strangest feeling that she's being watched. She spins round. Peggy hasn't moved. Of course she hasn't, Natalka tells herself. Peggy is dead. She's not about to start dancing a mazurka. 1 floor below, Natalka hears a door open and shut. Then there are heavy footsteps on the stairs, and Patricia is in the room. Natalka had left the apartment door on the latch. Natalka gestures towards the chair, and Patricia comes over. She takes Peggy's hand with professional detachment, but her eyes look sad. She's passed away, she says. Passed away. It's an English phrase that Natalka has never really understood. It sounds ethereal, ephemeral, something half seen and then forgotten. Clouds pass over the sky, but death is forever. Did you call an ambulance? Says Patricia. No, says Natalka. I could...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.